hello. Welcome back to the Pink Sheep Podcast with Bostoncora. And we are here today with someone that I have been best friends with since I was like 13 and a half, 14 years old when I moved to Canton. Asia.
Hello!
Yes.
Woohoo!
Asia, and she now does a host of things.
Yes.
She bartends, she meditates.
Mm.
Wait, but most of all, the best thing she does, she teaches aerial yoga.
Yes.
Like, that is amazing.
Yes.
And what is your Instagram handle?
It is abreathoffresh.aer.
Yes.
AER.
Woo! What she is. She definitely
Thank
is
you.
that. And cheers to us.
Cheers.
Cheers to us. I have these cute little cups. Make sure you show my
These,
Instagram.
champagne
and
foods are luxurious.
Yes, make sure you show my Instagram and YouTube some love. Instagram Bostoncora, and my YouTube handle is also Bostoncora. And this is the Pink Sheep Podcast on Apple Podcasts, and you can watch the live video on YouTube. I know a lot of people like to see us in action, so here we are.
And welcome.
Thank you. And
Thank
how
you for
are
having
you?
me.
Of course.
I am so excited.
But who else would I have?
I don't know, but I'm honored nonetheless.
Like, are you kidding me?
Nonetheless, I'm honored.
We're fucking here.
We're here.
I haven't seen you since last year. We was in the sauna.
Gosh.
I was like, bitch, come to the sauna. She came so quick. Wait, did I see you
No,
in yoga before that?
I was gonna say
Okay,
you
okay.
actually took the class.
Yes.
We took aerial yoga in
Yes.
the same space that I'm teaching
And
at
I haven't
now.
seen her in before that in like
I
6,
can't-
7, 8,
I was
9,
gonna say
10
I can't even count the years at this point.
I was
Years,
I felt
years.
so many emotions. Like I wanted to cry. I think
did
I
I.
did cry. I got teary eyed.
No,
you were like, it's
yeah.
okay.
I know, and I'm not a big crier.
You were like
but
the same how you were.
I know. I'm not a I'm not a
bitch.
crier. I feel emotions. Okay, I'm an Aquarius. Like we don't cry, but I feel it. I'm an emotional ass person nonetheless.
I was like fucking getting teary. I just couldn't believe it was her there. Like aerial yoga is in a hammock, right?
Yes.
And it is literally, it just like stretches you, but gently. Like it's
but
nothing forced.
The beautiful thing about aerial yoga is it's zero gravity, zero compression. So when you are in those hammocks and you're upside down, all of that like pressure that you feel going, like being in a regular like yoga class or a regular fitness class goes away, and you can do so many more things that you never thought you could do before, which is fucking awesome.
That's why I love hot yoga, because I can like push the limit. My body can't do that shit. I'm still not flexible. I've been doing yoga for like, 11, 12 years, and I'm still not flexible. I still can't do a split.
I will say though, hot yoga for me makes me go to sleep.
After?
No, during.
So
during.
Why
I
do
will
people
go to
fall
fuck to sleep in child's pose because the heat makes you sleepy. You've never been in a car as a kid with the heat turned up and knocked the fuck out.
Okay.
That's me in hot yoga.
But that's why I like hot yoga. After I go home.
It's great for your muscles. That's what I'll say. For the benefit of it, it stretches you out immediately. It expedites that. But
whoever created that, bravo to you.
Yes. Let's give them a round of applause for that one.
How do we do that again?
This one right here. All right. Well, shout out to them for hot yoga.
But so we've been best friends since I was 13 and a half, almost 14, I guess. And I moved to Canton from Randolph because Randolph was not it for me. And I moved to Canton, and I was so upset when my mother like, what? Why would you do this to me? I'm not like anyone here. Like, and I just didn't understand the change. And it was drastic. Like, I got expelled from Randolph. And that same week, we were moving to Canton. And I'm like, wait a minute, what?
It's crazy how our lives are so much in alignment, because it's similar for me, but just for Boston, because before coming to Canton High School, I was at Boston Arts Academy.
Okay, I remember that, you saying that.
Yeah, I was a dance major, doing everything that I wanted to do, living my best fucking life. And then we moved to Canton.
And your mother just decided for you.
She was like, we're leaving. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
They really didn't consider us. They really didn't.
I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of resentment for a long time for that.
Know.
Yeah, I told her about
I didn't feel it. We were too young.
Yeah, I mean, like so for me, I went to 9 different schools from K2 to 12th grade. Girl, we fucking moved every 2 years. I think Canton was one of the places that I lived the longest.
Really?
Yeah, Canton was
one
of the places.
Me too.
Yeah, like we lived in Canton. It was like at least like 5-6 years at some point. Like you think you moved a little bit?
I was like 2-3 years. I wasn't long.
Yeah, no, you moved definitely before.
It was
before
like 9
we moved.
and 10. That was it.
So it was my junior and senior year of high school. And you were there for a year. You were there from 8th grade, right? Because that's when we met. Oh, we're gonna tell the story about when we met.
You not even go there because that's a whole another fucking life. That's like, oh my god, the emotional roller coaster of that. Like, so they didn't consider us fine, but it ended up being one of the best things that happened to my life because I started to see things so different.
Oh, absolutely.
And it just broadened my horizons.
Absolutely.
Everything.
Yeah, and I just
what
feel
you could have.
Yes.
Who you could be. The limits. Yes. Like things that I'm like people around me didn't do. Like jog. I'm not even gonna front here. Like my family doesn't jog, like just different things. Painting. We had computer class.
I know.
They taught us how to build websites.
We had all different types of classes. And Canton High School is a beautiful facility of a building.
I didn't realize.
If anybody were to go to Canton, Massachusetts, and go to 900 Washington Street. It's sad that I know the fucking address. I know the address.
Way too long, girl. Stop.
If you go to Canton High School, you'll see it's a fly ass fucking high school.
Even now.
Yeah.
I'm like, why wasn't we messing with the football players?
Because it was all whack. No shade though.
But I be looking like the field is big. I know there's a lot, but where was that?
The facility is beautiful. Wow. But these sports teams, again, no shade.
Was trash.
Very much.
Because I never hear Canton.
Very much. They didn't win shit.
I didn't hear anything. I still don't hear anything about them.
Stoughton blew us out the water each and every time.
Okay. So should we have Winter Stoughton?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's where all of the black people were. We were in a predominantly white school, so
we were like one of. No, we were like not one. We were like
We were like 15 black people in the school.
But it felt like
throughout
6
all grades
because we were against.
I know.
The other half of them.
Girl,
we gotta get the okay. Hold on.
We're jumping stories.
So let's rewind then. So we went to Canton, yes, and then she stayed there long. I didn't stay that much long, but it felt like for me years. It felt like years because it was like we instantly connected, and that shit's scary. Like we instantly connected. Like it was just like
right on the after school bus.
It was even no question. Like that was it.
And that was actually, I think that was my first time on the after school bus. I don't know if it was your first time on the after school bus, remember. But all I know is we were sitting right across from one another. Cora and I started talking to another. We had mad shit in common.
You remember this?
Yes, girl. All I know is I don't remember how we started talking. All I know is that we started talking, and the rest was history.
That's crazy.
The rest was history, and you were my best friend from then on. I think like at the end of the conversation, we got off the bus and we're at the same stop. Like, oh girl, you live here? Like, what? You live here?
Right.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yep. And so I think it was you were in the 8th grade. I was a junior.
Yeah.
But Cora, like many people who know her, is extremely mature and well beyond her years. So it did not feel like I was speaking to an 8th grader as a junior in high school.
I don't even realize now that was the difference.
You were my first young friend. Like younger friend.
And everybody I knew was older, so I never had a friend my age, really.
I mean, that's kind of how it was with like my cousins and stuff like that. Like nobody's my age in my family.
Wait, speaking of your cousins, I gotta go off track.
Oh shit.
Do you remember that day that we got high with your family?
Oh my god!
And I passed out and I was having a fucking anxiety attack?
Yes, my dad asked how you were actually recently.
Yo, it was almost at your family something,
and
we smoked. And I never really smoked. I wasn't a smoker. I was like a drinker a little bit. And bitch, what happened to me? I don't remember. I was hyperventilated.
Sis had a whole anxiety attack. I was like, they had to call the ambulance and the
I forgot. Oh!
My dad literally asked about you recently, like how is because I think I told him I was coming on this podcast. He was like, how is it?
Still close.
Yeah. That's awesome. Me and my dad are real close. Awesome. We're actually closer than we've ever been, which is really awesome. That's my guy.
That's amazing.
That's my guy.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's really good. Wow, that's really good.
Thank you.
So we went to Canton, and we caused havoc. We caused motherfucking havoc. We was like I introduced her to all my Boston friends, and we was just like,
I know,
hanging out with them.
Well, you know what it is. Can I keep it real? It wasn't really that we caused
You gotta
havoc.
keep it real, or just a little real?
No, all the way. We always keep it real. Okay, so on the strength of keeping it real.
Yes. Cheers to keeping it real.
Cheers.
Yes.
Clink clink. Motherfucking clink clink.
Yes.
We were very much no bullshit type of people. Cora,
nobody
even
hang
more.
with us.
Cora even more than me.
If she had a friend, I'd be like, "But she's not your friend." She would be at the same day. Ain't no way.
Oh my god!
Don't sit next to her. Don't talk to her. I was out of control.
No, I was the friendly friend. I was the friendly friend, and Cora was the mean friend. but
it was a
I
balance.
loved her and she loved me. Yes, we were literally. It was like yin and yang.
It was like too much yin and yang, like for real.
Yin and yang. People would try to come to our table. Cora would get the fuck up and move. I would be like,
I remember. I
don't know what to tell you.
And
then I'd be like, all right, guys, see you later. Or if Cora said something, it was fucking hilarious. I'm laughing.
And
like,
my mother thought you was my influence, and my mother thought I was your influence. Like
we influenced one another.
2,000%. It was like. You ready? Let's go.
It's that dynamic duo, Scorpio and Aquarius. Like, I really feel like, well, you know what? In the zodiac wheel, we're fixed signs. Like,
really?
Yeah. So it's
because you know my other best friend is an Aquarius.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I went with one Aquarius boy, and we had a great relationship for years.
Yep. I'm surrounded by Scorpios too. I love y'all to death. My father's a Scorpio. My grandfather's a Scorpio. Gina, my cousin's a Scorpio. You're a Scorpio. And y'all are one day apart.
Me and Gina.
She's the 10th. You're the 9th.
She's the 10th.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So I love me some Scorpios, and I know Scorpios love them some Aquariuses, and we literally can just bounce off of one another. Our energy is very similar.
Yeah.
And we get one another, and that's how it's always been.
Yes. So going there,
I'm scared.
I'm gonna skip all the way to my last encounter there because that's gonna make us get to what we need to get to. Mm-hmm. My last encounter there, well, the one before my last encounter there, before I had to get expelled.
That was after I graduated. So my senior
when I was
year,
there by myself, I had to get expelled because they was really trying me.
Yeah.
So me and her was like me and her. Mm-hmm. And we were two of 15?
Yeah, I would say 15
African Americans in the school. Mm-hmm. And so because of the way my mother had me, just like as far as materialistic things, Tiffany, Abercrombie,
decked out,
Hollister, just like very, whatever. The whites and the Asians, they accepted me. Mm-hmm. They loved me. And for some reason, I don't like saying black, but whatever. Those other girls, our own girls,
big haters.
Our own girls did not appreciate the fact that I was not running to hang with them. Mm-hmm. But us being so young, I didn't think about like that. I wasn't raised like that. My mother never talked about race ever.
Neither did mine. Never. It was more so just energy. It's you vibe who you vibe with.
And that was it. Mm-hmm. That was it. I never even spoke about race. I never even thought about it. Like, I'm surrounded with Caucasian people. Who am I to, it just wasn't a thing for me ever. Even now in my life, it's not a thing for me. So Same. When it was a thing with them, I was like, what's wrong with them? Like, what is the issue here? What is the real issue? We never had a conversation. What's the problem here? But then you told me today I was being rude to them, and that's why.
I'm going to tell the story about our senior buddies. So let me just give a little backstory.
Not our senior buddies? Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
So Canton High School, I think it's outside of Boston public schools. Anywhere in the suburbs, they have like these little weird quirks or interesting, I don't want to call it weird, but they have these little things that they do to welcome in the incoming freshmen. Mm-hmm. And so there was a thing called Senior Buddies where the freshmen would be assigned.
A big sister.
Yeah, a senior, and it was at random. Mm-hmm. And Cora was not my senior buddy, unfortunately, but Cora made herself my senior buddy. And the freshman that was supposed to be my senior buddy did not take it kindly, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. And that created a little bit of a riff. But I mean, it's really not a big deal in my mind. I kind of just felt like it is what it is.
But it became an everyday thing.
It did, like, because people's feelings get hurt, and when people get sour, they stay sour. It's really hard for them to get out the funk. You know what I mean?
But I also do think it had a lot to do with the fact that, like, I was black and we were one of 15, and it was like, what's up with you? Like, you know those Uncle Toms who they get around the other races and they start to feel like
show out and show their ass.
I want to, or like, now I'm like them. And that never happened for me. So I didn't understand what was the problem, but I think they felt like that by who I hung with.
Well, what I can say about you is you were always unapologetically yourself. You never changed for anybody.
Where's the applause at
right
on this
there?
Bitch?
Okay.
And I think he'd on this. Where's
you were unapologetically yourself, and what we've seen in a lot of different of our kinfolk is what I will say is that they try to change themselves to be a little bit more digestible.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so when you see people who are unapologetically themselves and operating as themselves, also we were the only two that were actually really from Boston.
Bingo.
And they were before we came around, a lot of the other people of our kin.
Yeah, that's
I know what I mean. Like, you know what I say? Like, it's just more so like what happens is that there's sometimes where when you are in a predominantly white school or institution, some people try to over-insert themselves or overcompensate as to what type of role they play.
Absolutely.
So every other black person used to say they were from Boston, but really wasn't from Boston.
And we went to Boston every day after school.
We were from Boston.
I was from Boston.
I was from Boston. She was from Boston. And when they would talk about something, when we would talk about something, they would have no idea what the fuck we were talking about. Exactly. And so for us, it felt very fake to interact with them. I think that was the
root of it.
Yes. And so when you're not around somebody who you can relate with in any type of way and you can feel that someone's being ingenuous, it's really hard to be around them. Yeah. So it has nothing to do, again, with race or anything like that. It's just really, are you being you? And if you're not being you, I can't fuck with you.
Yeah. And then it was also a factor of like, I lost my train of thought a little bit. It was also a factor of like, damn, I forgot.
It's okay.
I hope I come back to it.
Yeah, and you know what? It will come back. But what I will say is this: in regards to just to put a nice bow on this story, it was that.
Wait, I didn't get to finish the story.
Oh well, I'm just talking about the senior buddy.
Okay, put the bow.
Put the bow on the senior buddy. So basically. So basically,
tied up nicely.
The entire thing kind of consisted of a little bit of a tug and war of people wanting our attention and also being, dare I say, jealous in the same type of way.
So it comes, and that's why I mentioned the material stuff because they weren't like that. You know, they weren't. Their presence wasn't.
But even if they were, they valued it a little bit more than we did because.
Well, we don't know because they didn't. That wasn't their presence.
Right. You're right.
We didn't even know. But it's not my fault that I grew up the way I did. My mother gave me what I gave. I didn't buy that shit. My mother did.
You were an only child. I was an only child. We were spoiled as fuck.
So how I didn't realize what was the issue. I know who I am. I'm one of those people. The thing about me, what happened in Canton to me, which I can say now, when we hung up earlier on the phone, I realized what happened was when I realize someone has a dislike or distaste for me, I make you eat that shit.
Oh, absolutely.
When I realize that you have a thing for me, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to come harder. I want you to really dislike me now. And that is something I got to work on as a grown adult. I mean, I haven't yet, but that's what happened to me. So once my ego seen that they didn't fuck with me, my little Scorpio claws came out. And I was like, come on. And I couldn't stop. Like once I realized somebody don't like me, I'm like, ooh, thank God. I'm gonna talk to you. Here we go.
That's where our balance came in because it was like if somebody is like me, I could give two shits.
Yeah, you never cared.
You never by yourself.
I don't know. You never care about anything.
I do.
I'm talking about then.
Oh yeah, no, I did not. I gave
like,
zero.
You were just
fucks.
Like.
Zero.
Like you just your look was like, yeah, okay, girl. Yeah. So it like complimented me so well. But back to what I was saying, I was kind of saying like, so I didn't really know what would happen with them, but now that I just said what happened, I realized It might have been me, because once I see that, I start feeding off that. Mm-hmm. So it was them saying, you're different than me. Mm-hmm. And you're something I've never seen, maybe, and it makes me feel a little certain type of way.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I'm not the average Joe Schmo. So that just made them feel a certain way, and because I wasn't like, oh hey girl,
yeah,
I'm not oh hey girl.
But what's crazy to me is that I think I understood this even when we were younger, and even more so now. It's like, to be unapologetically yourself is being genuine, and if people can't handle that, then they can't handle it. I'm not going to make myself digestible. You can motherfucking choke. Oof. For all I care.
Woo.
You know what I mean?
Woo.
So. You just let them choke on it. They didn't have nothing to wash it down. They didn't decide to take a drink.
And this is the Asia I know.
This is
the Asia I know.
That's it. With love.
This is the one. Now, she just went back to who I know. Mm-hmm. But we're going to get to who you are now, because you have grown.
Oh, I'm still that, though.
But you have grown tremendously.
Yes.
And it's so crazy how we ended up in almost the same type of field and loving the same type of extracurricular activities. Mm-hmm. It's so crazy. But I gotta go back. Rewind. I wish there was a rewind button here. So
I'll do it for you.
Thank you. Thank you. So the time before the last time I got expelled, me and her, so she had a fight on the bus. This is from 2 years of us with them girls,
it was literally
back and forth.
Same year.
And it was just
I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was the same school year. Yes. It was the same fucking school year, just from the beginning to the end.
I just take the blame. I'm gonna take the blame. I don't know why.
That's very beautiful. I love your accountability.
I don't mind being a bad guy. I'll take it. I really will take it. I'll take it with a thank you. So when so she had a altercation on the bus, and I was on the bus too, and I got into it too.
Well, you know what it is? Let's give the whole story, okay? So what it was is that, again, Cora was a freshman. Regardless of what people feel about her, there were upperclassmen that had problems with her. And I don't take kindly to people, bullying anybody regardless of your age. So before we even got on the school bus, there was a junior and a senior. Bullying. I know they're not gonna bully you, but I don't give a fuck. It's the principle.
No,
you know what I
mean? Stood on that. You kept saying that. You was like, she's my age. There's no way that's happening.
Absolutely not. So it was literally a junior and a senior that approached my friend who is a freshman. I don't care how much she can hold her own. I'm not cool with that type of shit. So when we were all on the same school bus going home, and Cora got on the bus before the girls got on the bus.
So I was in the back.
Yes, we were in the back. She was telling me what the story was. Homegirl was still hot and bothered, and I said something to her, and me and her had words, and we fought.
I couldn't even believe it.
On the bus.
I don't think you never had a fight before that.
Not in school. I was a martial artist, my dad.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, but not like an altercation.
Yeah, well, I mean, technically, I'm not allowed to. My legs are registered as lethal weapons. I really can't touch nobody.
Where's this applause at again?
Yellow.
Because she knows it.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, my legs are registered as lethal weapons. I have discipline, so it's like I'm not gonna do it unless I felt. Yes, very much so.
I never even seen her act out of character like that. Like
never.
I would act out of character, and she'd just laugh.
Yeah,
I never seen her act out like she would just laugh. I never seen her like get in anyone's face or anything like that. Mm-mm. So for me to see that, I was like, what? So I got into it too, and we both got expelled.
I got suspended. You guys suspended.
I mean, suspended.
Yep.
Hers was significantly longer than mine because it was, they couldn't figure that out.
Yep.
We're not admitting to anything.
Oh, I did. It's okay.
Okay. But I'm dead. So she did that, and we both got it suspended. Her time was longer than mine, so I went back to school before her.
Yes.
I get back to school that day. So the 5 or 6, 7, whatever, our own people, out of the little 10, 15 that was there, I'm in the bathroom by myself. I never went to school without her a day since I've been there.
I was gone for 2 weeks. It was a vacation.
But since the day I've been in Canton, I've never been in school without her. Yeah. Not 1 second, not one day. We got on the school bus in the morning together. And we went home together. Yep. We basically slept on the phone together. Yep. Like if we didn't sleep at each other's houses.
We were inseparable. Okay.
There was nothing done. So that was my first day ever in that school without her, ever. I'm in the bathroom. 6 or 7 of them come in.
Mm.
One starts saying something crazy to me. I black out. I have an altercation with all 6 or 7.
They didn't know. They didn't even know who the fuck they were messing with.
I didn't even know who I was at that point. I didn't even know who I was at that point. Like, all I seen was black and a little bit of red.
And a little bit of red.
And a little bit of red. The next thing I know, I'm on the floor. They on the floor. Somebody's grabbing both of us, and that's it.
Yeah, it's funny. Okay, so that's your recollection of it. My recollection is I'm like probably halfway through my suspension at this point, and I get a call from one of my other friends that asks me if I'm in school, knowing that I'm fucking suspended.
2 weeks. Why?
And tells me that this young lady right here gets into a fight with 7 girls and just her, and somebody is saying that I am there and we fought them all.
Like,
and to me, I was first I was shocked that like somebody would say that I was there because I've been gone already for a fucking week. But then secondly, I'm like, let's fucking go, Cora. That's right.
No,
hit all those bitches.
Yeah, no, guys, I changed that shit. I swear, I'm not that girl. I'm not that girl, guys. No.
I don't know.
I didn't even know who I was. I just blacked out.
That was quite funny.
I just blacked out. I seen black and a little bit of red.
I mean, at this point, you kind of just have to hold your ground because they thought that they were preying
on you. One day
you
wasn't there. It was like nobody ever said anything.
They didn't fuck with you for that whole week, and then they decided to turn the fuck up for some reason. I don't know.
But after that, I was expelled because a he/she boy thing was saying to me, like, when I see you, I'm gonna beat you up on my text messages. And then my thought is like, but you're a boy.
Okay. I know. I don't take kindly to threatening messages.
So I brought, unfortunately, a knife to school, and I was expelled for the knife because I pulled it out on that boy girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I just didn't understand. Like, I don't know. I just felt like, well, I didn't feel like then. I was like, thank God, bitch, I'm out of here. But after that was atrocious. Okay, I'm gonna get to that on another story. But I want to stay on me and her.
I know.
But I don't know. I just felt like I wasn't bugging. It was only 1 of 15 of us, 2 of 15 of us in there. Why did we have problems with out of everybody them? Our own people. I don't appreciate that.
I don't either. I wish that if we could go back, we could really see what people's issues actually were.
Because when I look at things now, I'm like, I'm the same way I was then when it comes to race in any form.
Yep.
I judge. I might be a little judgmental. I can admit that. But the thing about it is, I'm gonna judge everybody.
Yeah.
I don't pick and choose.
Yeah. Nobody has an exception. There's no exception.
I never did. Now, being judgmental, that's not right, and I'm working on that.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm not choosing. I'm
not choosing who.
But what I will say is that, like, regardless of all of those things, I received an apology from the girl that I fought. So
shut up.
I told you on the phone this.
Yeah,
so it's just like, so I mean, how wrong are we? That's the point that I'm fucking saying. If somebody's gonna apologize to me,
you was the nice one though.
I was the nice one, but still, it doesn't matter. Like, it's just like I think that what it is it was a little bit of everybody plays a role. Everybody plays a part, right?
And that's what people forget in life.
Right.
Nobody can make you do anything.
You can be okay with the role that you play, but other people can't be okay with the role that they play, and that doesn't sit right with me. That doesn't sit right with me.
Accountability is like the most lost thing ever in this life.
It's a flower that doesn't grow in everybody's garden, just like common sense.
These bitches is watering their flowers with soda.
I know.
Like, pay attention.
Nothing grows.
Oh my God,
your
pay
garden
attention. If you
thrive.
did it, you did it. If you said it, you said it. Let's do it.
And if you felt it, be honest about what you feel.
That's it.
If you feel that way, be honest about how you feel. So what I really feel like I said, there was some people who had some type of insecurity or inferiority complex. When somebody is not secure within themselves, they start to project.
Because we were so young.
Yeah, but I'm saying it wasn't you and I. The way that our relationship and our friendship grew was we were secure with who we were.
Yeah, we were so happy.
So
we were so happy.
So me and you were 2 peas in a pod, but everybody else couldn't get with it because they weren't. And I don't want to really speak for other people, but again, this is my observation: is that you weren't secure within yourself. Because if you were, you wouldn't have these problems.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like either get it Or you don't. The girls that get it. The girls that don't.
But I do now blame their parents because your household, I think, makes the biggest difference.
Yeah.
But then again, dare I say that? Because we were a hot ass mess, and our parents were not that hot of a messes.
No, they weren't. But
Seriously.
you live and you learn. That's adolescence. We have a whole bunch of hormones. So again, everybody plays a role.
We were so young.
We were.
We were in high school.
Yep.
We were having sex.
I mean,
we were drinking. We were having the best time ever.
We're not the first high schoolers to do this type of shit. This is like,
and how old? Like, okay.
The cycle continues.
So this is how we get. This is what we'll get to the other shit.
Oh man.
Let's go.
All right.
To the other stuff. Where do we want to start for this other stuff? Because the life outside of that school. Fuck that.
Well, first and foremost, we can definitely segue into after school. Almost every day, there was this shuttle bus called the JBL. And the JBL would literally stop in front of Canton High School and take us right into Boston because we couldn't get away from Canton fast enough.
Right in Mattapan Square.
Yep. It bring us right into the
And it was like $2.25. We was on that.
If that, we probably never paid for that shit. I don't even know. Maybe 60 cents. I think it was back then. It was like girls less than $1 because my memory be on it sometimes.
Okay, they say I got a bad memory, like I smoke weed, and you know I don't even smoke.
I mean, sometimes my memory is here. It's selective.
Mine is like not here at all.
Yes, so I mean, like our journeys and adventures, we definitely had a lot.
Where do we start?
A lot of them.
Where do we start with this though?
We gotta
because
scale it back because they can get real crazy.
No, we're not gonna do no. We're not gonna name drop no crazy.
No,
shit.
no.
But like the stuff, it was just
we just had fun. Let's just.
But how old?
Start it there.
People don't understand.
Okay, you were like 14, 15.
People don't understand.
I was like 16.
That I
17.
came off the porch at 14, 15. And half of 16. 14 and 15 was my years, how people have when they're 22 and 3 and 4 and 5.
We've lived many lives.
Bitch.
We've lived
I'm on like my third, maybe fourth.
I say I'm on like my fifth life.
Like, do you understand? People do not understand. I went off the porch. And then I went back on because I was tired. And I never came back off.
Sometimes you gotta just hang up the
I hung that shit up so young. I feel like
hat.
I did so much. I'm a grandma now. Like I want to sleep with my tea by 8 o'clock.
I know.
Like, I just want to have my
I'm in bed and
and
sleep
my
by
business.
10:30. That's it.
I get all my drama from TV. I don't have none.
I don't even watch TV. Okay.
Dude, you a real Nana. You a real Nana.
I am. I will say that I'm absolutely somebody's abuela at this point.
Because I be watching all the fights on TV. They got this app called Now Bass TV. Bitch.
It's called
what? So you know Zeus.
Yes, I know
it's
Zeus.
It's like 10 times worse.
Get the fuck
They
out.
fight. They beat each other up for like 10,000.
See, I can't watch that. My heart, it be racing.
You get anxiety from it?
I'm like, tell them babies to stop.
See
just
me, I'm like,
each other.
Get that bitch.
Oh
my god! I'm like, it's like my other alter ego. I'm like, get that bitch.
Oh my goodness!
It gives me everything I need to be the sanest bitch in America. Like I cannot be. I need the energy. You know who my mother was, though.
Yes, of course. But you know what it is? I'll psychoanalyze it. So I'll if I watch something like that, I'm over here trying to figure out what somebody's past trauma was to make them act like that.
Okay, no, but that's everybody. You know, like I don't have none in my life. I need drama from someone.
Yeah.
I am a drama queen. Yes, I am. I'm dramatic as fuck, and I need it from somewhere. And if I can't get it in my own life.
It's a vice. It's your vice.
Ooh, it just feeds my soul. I'm like, ooh, get it. Ooh. And I mean, the way they be fighting, it's like, oh my God, no, don't do that to her. But it is so sad. It be for a little bit of money. It is the saddest thing.
I know.
At the end, when the credits come on. And I'm like, damn, that was fucked up. But she fucked her up.
Yep.
I don't know. I love it and I feed off it. But yeah, it's an app called Now That's TV and it's a hot app.
Wow.
Hot ass mess.
You know, if I'm ever feeling in the mood to dibble and dabble.
Oh no, no. It's more dibbling. It's more than dibble and dabble.
It's more than dibble and dabble.
It's like
I gotta take a dive deep into that shit. Oh, okay, all right. Well,
like,
if I'm feeling like I need to swim.
I mean, like they would. Bitch, you gotta swim because it's so serious, and I get everything I need from it. Like ever since I've been watching that, the other shit, I'll be like, this ain't even real drama. Turn this shit off. now.
Well, you know, we grew up in the era of like when reality TV was actually real. Like at some point where people's lives were actually.
We didn't even watch it. I was outside with the boys. I was outside.
I know, but what I'm saying is like a lot of the time it's like it's staged.
It's grown to be.
It's staged and it's kind of. So I feel like it's taking a turn.
So maybe that's why I love it.
Yeah, maybe because it feels more authentic.
It's nothing fake.
All the way.
Or they come, they just walk in. Boo.
Oh shit.
It's not like they don't even have words sometimes.
Oh. No words.
No, it's like sometimes you said this on internet.
Straight to the business.
And I'm like, they come with the scarves on, which I'm like,
oh, it's premeditated.
It'd be crazy. I'm like, wow. Like, it's so crazy. And I love it. I don't care. I'm not ashamed. I love it. I love it.
Don't be ashamed.
I'm not.
Stand on it.
I love it. But the stuff that we did, so we didn't do stuff like that.
No.
But like, the fun we had. Like,
it was fun. We never really got in trouble. No. Like
there was one time we did get arrested.
I don't know why she's going here.
First of all, it was one of our own parents.
Mm-hmm.
Because the fact that I was trying to run away with her.
We have our own arrest stories.
I was very upset about something.
And it has to do with our parents, each one of them. You tell your story, okay?
So I was trying to run away because she did something to me. I don't remember what. I think I was trying to sneak a boy in and she called me. I was very upset about that. So I told Asia, go outside my window. And I packed all my clothes
I was always for the shits, too.
And I threw it out the window.
Caught that shit.
Caught
it. Sis was trying to go down the stairs. Mom was already hip to it. Like she was calling me. I was like trying to evade mom.
All the clothes was already in the bag. Right. It was already outside.
Gone. Ghost. Out.
Her mother done took her door off.
Yo,
this bitch didn't have a door. She had a curtain for a door for like how long? Like a year and a half? And we played with her every day.
I can't even tell you how long. It once the door was off, it never came back on. It never came back on. She was serious as fuck. I was pissed that she really took my door off.
You was beyond mad.
I was so mad. Who takes somebody's door?
And how old was you though?
Like 16, 17.
Yes, because I was like 15.
Yeah.
Bitch stole her door.
Yeah, girl. It was so rude.
I
had no privacy.
No
privacy.
But I
definitely put a curtain up. You could hear everything, but you couldn't see.
She stole your. When I have kids, I'm stealing their door.
Yo,
I'm telling you now.
My mom took Xander's door, took Allie's door.
Did she?
Yeah, but then put it back on, so it wasn't as long standard. Huh?
Was she like us? Did she go? He went through stages.
No, nothing not like us, but definitely still driving her crazy. So.
What else do teenagers do?
I know. That's what I was gonna say. It kind of comes with the territory. That's why I was like, we weren't really bad.
No,
we were kind of
just like drinking Hennessy and having a little bit of sex
and rum
and having a little bit of sex.
We were recanting on a story of my favorite story. Our drinking story was when we had the Puerto Rican rum.
Oh my god!
Cora and I had fresh roller sets. Okay, our hair. Okay, first
shout
of
out
all,
to Hair King 1. Anasty did those roller sets.
Where's the applause for that one?
Because
that's right.
You know what we did? Our dumbasses went to CVS and got bleach and bleached the back of our heads. And we had to go to him to fix it.
Yep, we sure did. But
he
yeah, I had to end up cutting my hair and dyeing all of that.
Remember I seen you a few years ago when your hair was cut?
Yeah.
I fucking hate you.
No, don't do that. Don't do
that.
I
fucking hate you.
Because
you know what?
Because now you got the bob, and I'm like, damn, I want my hair short now.
I seen this bitch in the mall. Bitch had a show. I was like, who is that?
Who is that? I had a pixie cut and everything. Everything. Wow. I miss it though.
That's why you're on your 5th life for real.
Yeah, I'm telling you. That's why I said
I'm on like my 3rd right now.
I'm on number 5. I'm on number 5.
Okay.
But what I'll say is this: we got fresh roller sets. Our hair was laid to the fucking gods. Okay, and we drank some Puerto Rican rum. We was lit all fucking night.
Oh my
Knocked
God.
the fuck out. Didn't wrap our hair. And we were really, really big on wrapping our hair. We did not wrap our hair. We knocked out, you know, that drunk type of sleep where you don't move. So we was stuck. Yeah. And so we woke up in the morning. We had school the next day.
We woke up
drunk and stuck.
We were
drunk and stuck. And we woke up the next morning with only 15 minutes to run down the street and get the bus. We got dressed.
Yes.
We fucking ran, made the bus, got to school, came out of first period, and met up in the hallway like, bitch.
Why did we come here?
Why? Because if we didn't, we would have been in trouble. So we kind of had to.
We was always in trouble.
I know, but it was like, so much fun.
We had so much fun. Bitch, to this day, Hennessy tastes like nothing to me. Like, people be like, how can you drink that?
It tastes like water.
Because I've been drinking since I was fucking 14. We just was like, that was it.
I know. And you know what's funny is like I think with my mom, I don't even think she really even knew the extent of.
I don't think your mother knew at all.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Actually,
happening.
You're right.
Because you was with me a lot of the weekends, and we were in Boston with my quote unquote mother.
Yep.
Because she would just drop us off.
Yeah, she used to just let us go.
We used to be on Siva. We used to be fucking mad at police. We don't know
we were. We were out. We were just out.
Where were we?
But you know what it is? It's like a little caged bird, and like you.
So she was the caged bird. I was already open. Like.
Yeah, no, my mom is a saint. That woman doesn't smoke, doesn't drink. And
my mother didn't smoke, but she couldn't.
Yeah, I know. Like that woman is just very much like a reserved person. I refer to her as like a saint.
But I will say, she had no idea what she was doing. My mother knew a little bit. A lot of it. I think my mother knew a lot of it.
My mother had no idea.
My mother blocked some out. Like
I've told her now in my later years.
Did you?
Yeah, sometimes, not everything.
My mother
she would absolutely have a heart attack. But
you wasn't even doing nothing.
Nothing crazy, but still, like, again, my mother's a saint.
But we
like,
wasn't
for me
even
to do
doing
just
anything.
The slightest thing.
We literally wasn't doing anything.
I know.
Literally, that we wasn't doing.
I feel like it's regular.
Drinking, sex. That's it. We wasn't doing
which is every teenager.
We wasn't doing anything.
But again, what I will say is like, what I would say is that we were still responsible in the same aspect. Absolutely. Because there was girls who were doing way.
So me and I won't say the name, but we talk about that now. My other best friend. Mm-hmm. We talk about that. Well, not now, but a couple years ago when we was really close, we talked about that then. The fact that like what is happening now.
I know. It's sad.
What is happening?
It's sad
now?
Because
it's so different from what we could even imagine.
I know.
Selling pussy. Excuse me. Sorry my French. Ooh. Selling cootie cat. Like, having kids young.
I know.
Like, what else?
But that's actually, not for nothing. That happened in our age, but the difference is not with us. The difference is that there wasn't that much social media, so it wasn't being recorded.
Because we didn't have none of that.
Oh hell no!
We wasn't recording anything.
At most, MySpace.
We wasn't recording anything.
Hell no! We barely had like the phones to have that video type. But
that's
feature.
Why I was able to lie about my age so much.
It is what it is. It is
like a lot of the guys that be like. I'd be like, I'll see them when I'm like, I talked to you. Yeah, when they don't even know.
Yeah, but they wouldn't even fucking care half the time. That's how raunchy these dudes were. They were raunchy.
Yeah. So was it me who was raunchy or them?
It was them.
Okay,
it was them.
Thank you so much.
It was not you.
I'm gonna take a fault for that shit. Then.
No, you don't gotta. Okay. You don't gotta take the fault for everything.
All right, it was them then.
It was definitely
because they'd be like, what? I'm like, yeah, like
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, like. But the stuff that happens now, even like the fighting on social media, the recording of certain things, being naked. How teenagers we was never naked anywhere. We never had our titties out, ass out, pussy out.
Never. You could never.
Oh my God.
I remember one party we were at. We fell asleep, right? And these dudes.
You had a party?
No, listen. I don't remember whose house we were at, but there was a party.
Okay.
And we fell asleep on the couch, right? Okay. And I am this type of person where I'm a light sleeper when I'm not anywhere other than like places that I feel comfortable.
You said that years ago.
Yeah, so we were sleeping and these dudes were plotting to kiss us. And as soon as he said... Yes. And I woke up so fast, like, I wish you fucking would.
But that's how crazy.
I wish you would. So, because no, that's not going down like that.
And they were all from the projects.
Yeah.
But the crazy part is that's how crazy, how close we were, that she didn't know none of those people. I didn't bring her, but I brought her with me and my mother to Boston.
Yep.
Like every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever.
I know.
And she met everyone I knew since I was born.
I know.
Like what she's talking about is someone's house since I was born, I knew, and some boys that were over there. And this happened, and now that you say it, I'm like, wow. I just realized like how close we were.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we were inseparable. We were like Siamese twins.
I know, but like for you to know everybody who I grew up with, that's crazy.
And I've run into a lot of them like over the past year or two.
Remember that day?
Yes, I do.
Like, oh, we're gonna consider that.
Yeah, I was like, you bet. I woke up so fast, like you better fucking not. They were like, oh, I'm just joking. Like, yeah, the fuck right, you were joking until I woke up, bitch.
Yes.
Like, no.
Until I woke up, bitch.
Right, like no.
Wow.
Also, no shade on the bitch. I just personally like that word.
I love that word.
I know.
I said to some boy the other day, I was like, bitch, I did, and he was like, you call me a bitch? I'm like, no, I'm just saying.
Not
like,
calling you a bitch. It's like
seasoning.
seasoning. It's just something a little added to it. It's a little pizzazz.
Seasoning.
Yep.
To the conversation.
Yes. It's a little flavor. You gotta get a little flavor.
Yeah, I swear to God, I can't deal with this. It's a good. So seasoned.
Yes.
I wish we could name and really,
I know, but no.
We just not like for real, but I mean like to get across our point.
I know.
Like the times we had were just fun.
They were.
Back in the day when you can just no bills, no responsibility, no agony, no relationships. We weren't in relationships. Never. For years until you got in one with you know who. Then a bitch dumped me, just a fake little bit.
Stop.
So I had to find me one. I was like, oh my God, now I gotta find me one.
Stop it.
Ugh.
Even with the relationship, that wasn't
not
a real relationship.
I'm sorry.
That was not a relationship.
Right.
I had zero fuck. I gave
fun.
Zero fuck. Yes, I had fun.
Remember I sent you the photo of them and
yes.
someone else crossing?
Yes, and I gave zero fucks. Zero fucks.
She was like, okay.
All right.
She was like, yeah, okay. She was like, oh, you said her name and everything. She was like, oh, I know her.
Yep.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you said not know her, but you was like, yeah, I know about her.
Yeah, absolutely.
We had a great time. This bitch taught me about all these sex positions.
Oh, isn't that for a different episode?
No,
though?
I was just saying. I was
okay.
A little,
yes.
Little,
okay.
whoop.
That I think that's my Aquarius coming through because I'm very experimental.
You know what? You're right.
Very
my other Aquarius friend, she was telling me some shit too, and I'm like, oh, no.
We're free. We're just free spirits.
Like, I think it's my mother. My mother was a prude.
But she was a Capricorn.
But I don't know.
She liked
everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, she like me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's me.
Oh,
so
yeah.
So she liked everyone that she liked and wouldn't bring them into her life and involve whatever. But sex, no.
Yeah.
She was a very
she had a line.
She never talked about it.
You can't cross the line with her.
She never talked about sex. She never you never heard it. You never seen her. She never showed none of her body parts. Like she was very much.
But I feel like that's just such a Capricorn thing to
do.
They're very reserved.
She's
reserved.
It's
everything but behind closed doors. But I'm gonna tell you right now.
Even I never seen her. I lived
knowing some Capricorns now in like my later years, they're freaks too.
Oh no. So the ones I know now are out of fucking control.
Yeah, they're absolutely fucking wild.
They'll fuck your boyfriend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
they give
right
no
now.
fucks.
No, they will give no fucks.
Yeah, and say hello to you.
I was drunk.
Yep, and say hello and be cool with you. Yeah, real shady.
I agree. I know a few that's like that.
So do I.
Agree. But even being her only daughter, I never experienced, I never heard her having sex. I never seen no kissing. I never seen her hold hands or hug or kiss nobody.
They know how to be discreet.
That's so crazy. But just for the record, she never fucked nobody's boyfriend.
Okay.
Just on record.
For the record.
Just for the record. Maybe it's a little rose talking. Just for the record. But it's so crazy that like now we are both into the same things.
Yes.
So that's
let's fast forward into the future because we just talked about the past, right? The
48 minutes and we haven't talked about what we came for.
Okay, let's get into it. So let's put a bow on it, right?
Okay.
So the bow to put on it is that everybody lives different lives, right? And your life is non-linear, right? So you're going to experience different things and excuse me.
Yes.
Damn, I just choked on myself. You're going to experience different things and you're going to have these experiences take with you at all times. And there's no reason to be ashamed of anything that you go through in life because it serves a purpose,
2000%.
right? Either it's a lesson or it's a blessing,
period.
Right?
If I didn't go through that stuff, I don't even know who I would be right
exactly.
now. I might be like everybody else.
Exactly.
So you know what? I'd rather take
who you are today. Yes, so what we'll say is that the life that we live taught us a lot of things about how to navigate this current
Girl, and this is a whole different life because of the social media. It's a whole different, like, you cannot just have fun with anybody because you got people recording.
No, I couldn't even fathom living the life
you got everybody recording everything.
Do now. Fuck no.
You know do you know who I still talk to that is like super cool? Super cool, right? He's like super cool. Yeah. And we still, like, to this day are like the best buds. Like, we're just called like, what's up? Like, and it's so cool because every time I talk to him, he reminds me of you, like that time when you can just have fun, and he's still like that.
And that was a fun time.
He's still like that though. He don't record nothing. He don't like. He's just so much fun still. Even still. Yep. You could tell he's learned some shit. So he's like,
But you know what's funny is that during those times we also created some really authentic connections. So it's like those type of things,
and they stay. That's why I mentioned him, because that's one that stayed.
Yeah, and I
still can't find someone as genuine and fun.
Because people are jaded now with their life experiences. Like,
now you got me on out of body. That's just how I feel when I'm around you, shawty.
All right, okay. So what I'll say is this: is that you make a choice. Everything is a choice. Life is a choice, right? Yeah. So when we have these experiences that we're talking about, you can either choose one way or the other. The door A is going to be, are you going to learn from this and keep going and take this with you and turn it into something to help you? Or are you going to go through door B and let this define you and stop you from progressing, pretty much, right? So some people take it and it makes them stuck in the mud. Some people take it and they grow wings and they fucking fly.
Yeah, it's like carrying a fucking bag. Like, listen, let's go. Let's keep going with it. Yep. That's what I learned about life, is that I was able to say from young, because my mother made so many mistakes having me young. I got to see her mistakes and I said, I'll take that. I don't want that. I'll take that. I don't want that. I'll take that. I don't want that. And having those options,
but that's a
best thing of my fucking life.
That's a beautiful thing, because not everybody does that. Not everybody does that. Not everybody can take that, can see something, observe it, and choose to do something different. Of my life. Some people see it and be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna be though. But you're here though.
That's it.
You're here.
Cheers.
Cheers. Even though I don't got no more drink, I'm gonna have to pour the fuck back up. But
she don't got no more drink, but.
But yes, okay, so moving forward into where we are now, and us both being very spiritually tapped in, very still I will say unapologetically ourselves, but being able to navigate this thing we call life in a way that helps us to stay afloat and maybe even help some people on the way.
So now that you're talking, I'm starting to think that the reason why I connected to you when I was younger is because you had that spiritual thing that I have now that no one around me had.
Absolutely. I mean, what I will say,
a big deal.
Can I say this though? You know how like on Facebook, right? It does that like on this day, and it shows you the statuses from years and years and years ago.
Facebook. Okay, but Instagram does that.
Okay, Instagram does it. Facebook does it too. But I've had Facebook since I was like 15, right? So my statuses from when I was 18 are similar to what the fuck I be seeing now, like in regards to being enlightened and stuff like that. So sis, I really seen that like within like the last 10, 12 years, I've been on this fucking journey, and I've been aware. And so, yes, what you recognize and what you see absolutely is here and has still been today. But again, you and I still contributed to one another in ways that we didn't have from each other. So as much as you're grateful for the things that I've contributed to you, I'm grateful for the things that you've contributed to me. No bullshit. Because what I will say is like, I was very friendly. Like I definitely was not the type of person that felt like I needed to like stand my ground or speak my piece unless it was something where it's like you coming after somebody that I give a fuck about. I'd very much defend somebody over defending myself.
Yeah, you was always like that.
Yeah. But now, try me.
Yeah, because I'm like,
try me.
I'm a person that stops you at the door. I stop you at the door.
Yes, you do.
So you'll let them come in.
Yeah,
and you'll feel it out.
Yes,
me,
and then I
gotta stop at the door because I'm afraid of me more than you.
Yeah.
I'm more afraid of my own self and my own thoughts and my own everything. Some days I don't even trust myself. That's just the truth on me. Sometimes I am afraid of my own self. And so I have to take a step back and say, I have to sometimes prejudge. And that's what makes me a little judgmental. Sometimes, but sometimes I have to do that to protect myself. It's all in survival mode.
You're vetting
it's not
people.
personal.
You're verifying.
It's
people.
Never personal.
No.
It's in survival mode. And I'm just now getting out of that with my career that I have now.
Yeah.
I'm just now, literally in the last 6 months, getting out of survival mode.
Well, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, and thank you for acknowledging that within yourself, because I think that that's absolutely beautiful. What I'll say for you in regards to seeing that is, yes, I would let people in, but me having the type of discipline and the awareness of how far I could take it if I let go of control, I knew that person that I was letting in could never meet me on the level that I'm at. So it's like, I don't even give a fuck. Where you think that you're going, you're never even going to get there.
Yeah.
And
but
I'm never going to give it to you. I'm never going to give it to you. Yeah, I'd let you talk, but it's surface level. It's never going to go deeper, because it's like, I'll never let you get there.
Yeah, because things the same way.
Yeah.
She's Aquarius and she's the same way.
Yep.
She'll let you get there. I'm like, why the fuck you so... But
and
she's a
you don't want me to
get
animal.
There. She's a whole different animal.
Because you don't want me to get there.
She's a whole different animal.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even... I
know. But the thing is that I only get there with people that I've let into my... Like, it's like a gated community. But you've never had to really get there. I don't... Well, you know what? I take that back. No. What I'll say is...
Years, I haven't
it's very... It's like I said, it's a gated community. There's probably like 5 people that could get me there. 2 of them are my parents.
Right. Oh, they got you there.
Oh, they got you. Seen that shit. You seen that. So you can't say that I've never gotten it.
Live in color.
You've seen it, okay?
Yeah,
so
that's true.
that I'm gonna leave it there.
That's true.
It's very few people, and that is what I can say in regards to, like, there's thresholds. If you think that you've gotten somewhere, you've gotten nowhere with me. Is what it is.
That's Aquarius.
Okay, and that's that. It is very much so.
Coming to all of that.
Yep.
And your words, tying that bow up.
Yep.
So we are here. We have both decided to go on a certain journey, which is so weird to me, because I've seen you after years and I'm like, what you doing? You're like, bitch, yoga. I'm like, bitch, I'm doing yoga.
I know.
And I seen her at an aerial yoga class.
I know.
And I was by myself. She was by herself.
Yep.
That lets you know, that person is still confident in who they are. That person is still independent.
Yep.
That person is still just an amazing person.
Yep.
We're both just there bettering ourselves.
Yep.
By ourselves.
Yeah.
We
went on different paths to come back to the same path, so that means that we were always aligned with one another.
Don't make me fucking cry, okay?
You could cry if you want to. Maybe I might shed a tear. Maybe.
Asia, are you kidding me?
Maybe.
The alignment is some scary. I could just cry, because it's just like,
I've just come to accept it, though. Like, everything is everything. As my girl, for real, like, you got to meet my new tribe and stuff like that, because what I'll say is this.
Like people.
I know, but I'm telling you right now, you would absolutely love them. But what I'll say is, I'll quote my girl for real. Everything is everything, but what I like to say is everything in divine. And so, no matter when you can stand the test of time, like you and I have, right? We've been connected for, at this point, over a decade. And for us to be able to come back and still have some type of relevance and relation and relatability with one another, and be able to pick up exactly where we left off. No, it's beautiful.
I'm just saying,
it's fucking beautiful.
Wow.
I know.
To be in that class.
But that's how you know you're my forever person, okay?
To be somewhere that gives me so much peace.
Yes.
Yoga,
I know.
I
know.
Like, I found that through a depression study. Yep. Nobody knows that. At Children's Hospital. I was going there, and I was seeing my therapist lady. And she said, I found this study for you, for depression study. It's hot yoga. And I was like, okay, I'm down, whatever. Never been in my life. It just made me feel like I shed layers of skin.
Yeah.
Like what is that sheds skin?
Snake.
Animal. That's it.
Yep.
It was like a chameleon, because I can
adapt.
So
any type of reptile. Any reptile. Yeah.
But a snake. Well, I don't want to be a snake.
No, you could be a chameleon. You could be a bearded dragon. You could be whatever you want.
but the way they shed and to renew,
Yep.
that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
So when I went consistency is key. I keep telling people that.
Absolutely.
Everything in consistency. Fuck moderation.
Absolutely.
Because I don't do moderation. I'm like a 0 to 2000.
No, you have to be consistent in order for it to become a lifestyle, because that's what yoga is.
I just shed skin. Like
Yeah.
I felt like a brand new baby, newborn baby every time. And I just went by myself, and it was something for me, and that was it. I would never invite nobody. I still wouldn't invite nobody to this day. I did it like, a few people, just being nice.
Yeah, but it's yours.
It's my place.
It's yours.
It's my place.
Yes.
Like, and to see you there.
I know.
Do you know how many tears I was holding back the whole time?
I know, because
and all you was doing was smiling. I know. I
was just so happy.
And I was like, yeah, you're, like, obviously I am too, but I just was like, the emotion.
I know, but you're a water sign. I'm an air sign. Like,
you're just like her.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And it's just like.
And we're only a day apart, so you know that we're very similar.
Oh my God, you guys are like.
And I love her too, to death.
It was just like, wow. Mm-hmm. Like, it was a big, big wow for me. And it's sad to say, but like, no one around me or in my family goes to yoga. Mm-hmm. Goes to any type of meditation thing or anything like saunas.
Because it's not a big thing that was introduced to the Black community. I'm not going to hold you, but it came from us.
But I do so many different things.
I know.
No one even does that. I'm around those things.
Yeah.
Therapy, sauna, what yoga, what else we got?
It's mental health. It's mental health and healing. And that's a thing that is not very present in the Black community.
Period.
And so it's the more that we lead by example, because you can't force anybody to do it.
No.
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, right?
Come 30, come 30, come, sauna, yoga.
If they're gonna be there, they're gonna be there. At this point, this is how
you're too old, but you're gonna be where you want to be.
Yep, that's it. That's all. So you have to just continue to do that, and the more that people will be like, wow, look at Cora, look at Asia doing these type of things, and I love how you do this, I love how you do that. How are you like this? And you just be like, I'm doing this. I invited you here. If you want to come, you're always open. That's what yes. And so you just continue to live your life. Yeah. The people who come along. If they're with it, they're with it. If they're not, they're not. Eventually they get there, and I always hold space for people to get there eventually. But it's not about
holding space.
It's not.
Hold on. I need a breather.
Oh man.
Just about holding space, because
it's true.
I hate holding space.
It's true, but but this is the thing.
I try.
Well, let me just give you a little bit of thing about holding space, because sometimes there's a perspective about holding space, right? You don't have to hold it like holding the door. You can set it and forget it, where it's like you give somebody that type of grace. She did not. Yes, you give people the grace to be like, eventually you'll get there on your time. I'm not going to put a timetable on when you're getting there. All I can do is for myself. I can't control
but what if it's
anything other than me.
In the time that they're taking,
you gotta let go of what you have, their expectation of that person. I know.
If I let go,
I know, but
I cannot get back on.
But that's your Scorpio in you. And again, maybe in time, if that person gets there, it'll move you enough to be like, okay, cool, you're here with me. But you don't have to hold the door for somebody. You cannot wait and hold your breath for somebody to be somebody. Where you are at, you can only go for you and be there in that space for you.
So
and the people who are in there, yes. And again, I was there, you were there, we're in that space together.
That was my mother. That was I know for a fact it was her. That's like just too crazy for me to even fathom.
I know.
I didn't even know you were in Boston. You didn't even know I was in Boston.
I know.
We didn't even know like any of this stuff.
Because you moved back before I moved back.
And we met I was talking to somebody, and she was like, Asia. And I'm like, I felt weird even saying to her, bitch, that's my whole best friend for my whole life. Because she was saying that, like, talking as if she knew you. So I just sat. I can't even think right now.
Damn.
But I just sat quiet because it hurt my soul. Like, damn. So she's talking.
Well, anytime I hear your
name, that's what made me so
smile.
sad about that day that we was seeing each other. It made me sad to think about, like, wow, she act like she knew you. And it was like, I don't know.
Everybody has different experiences, but I'll tell you right now, nobody has the type of experience and part of me that you've had of me. So that's the part that I feel like I hold deep. But you know me as an Aquarius, I have an eclectic and wide range of associates, but it's very few
that's
people
the
who
fucking
I call.
Aquarius.
But there's very few people I call my friends.
I need an assistant for a tissue. You know, assistant.
I know we don't have any assistants.
Like I need a. Oh, there's
the box right there.
All right, I'm gonna get it.
If y'all could see this right now, there's literally a tissue box
right here,
right in front of us.
I got it.
But what I'll say is this, is that you know that you hold a special place, and there's absolutely nobody that could have this type of experience with me, and that I can have this experience with you that could compare to anybody else. So what I'll say is this, is like, love is love.
Yeah.
And I love you unconditionally. Love you unconditionally, no matter where we go and how long it is that we don't physically see each other. I've always felt you.
Yeah, but I'm just very unyielding.
I know.
Like I'm like 0 to 2,000. I gotta bring that down. But
you're my heart, and you are a heart. You're a bleeding heart. Like you're just a feeling. You are a feeling person.
But it's like I these days I have to start thinking with my head rather than my heart.
But it's a balance. That's why I was here with you.
Life is a fucking balance. That's why we go to yoga, bitch, to do our balance and poses.
Yes.
Because that shit, like the tree poses and the downward dog, everything.
Let's just dive deep into yoga real quick.
That shit gives me balance in my soul.
I know. I wanted to say something in regards to the snake reference, right? Okay, so in yoga, there's this
let me stop crying like a fucking baby bitch.
It's okay, because tears are a form of release.
I'm back. Cheers.
Okay, cheers. The bad bitch is back. Clink clack. Okay, but snakes in yoga or in the Hindu culture, there's a certain type of healing practice called Kundalini healing. Okay. Have you ever heard it before?
No.
Okay, so Kundalini energy is a healing. It's a fast track healing. So definitely shedding skin. You are acknowledging traumas in life or things that have been traumatic in some type of way, and it's like a fast track to healing. But it's the most painful, and it's very, very.
It's like fucking having birth raw.
Yes,
literally. That's where I've been at the last year.
So you have been on your Kundalini journey, okay? And so when you do that, you actually end
drugs,
up coming
no
out,
alcohol, no fucking, like, I'm not saying I don't drink. I'm saying I don't do those things to help me.
Yeah.
With my healing
you don't
process.
Use that as a crutch.
I'm fucking like having a kid, no epidural.
Yes.
Literally, natural, every day. That shit
you know
is crazy.
What? It's necessary because
we
go through things, and there's a lot of buffers in life. And so when you are susceptible or you lean on these buffers, you're not really experiencing all of the things that you're supposed to experience to help you propel yourself forward in your healing journey. Kundalini energy, the snake is literally supposed to be a reference of life. It's actually not a negative thing at all. It's a positive connotation in regards to the snake is a very spiritual and powerful entity and creature. And so when we think about Kundalini energy, we think about just being able to dive deep into feeling and healing. You can only get through shit if you go through it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you cannot go around anything.
I want to go
because you don't learn anything if you take the easy route. You don't learn shit, and you're gonna continue to experience the same things, just in different circumstances. I'm giving air quotes here.
Gotcha.
Different circumstances, and you have to find that type of balance. But in order to find the balance, you have to hit rock bottom. I'm sorry to say it, but it's like a lot of people who experience like crazy shit are the people who end up coming up on the tippy fucking top.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
You know what I mean? There's no light without darkness.
But I just some days want to rip my heart out.
I know.
I just want to rip it out and fucking leave it.
I know.
I want to rip my heart out some days and just leave it right here on this table and come back for it later.
There's a quote though
that shit, it's just like.
There's a quote that I hear that it's like, what is the fucking quote? I'm a paraphrase it because I might not say it right. But The things that you experience are preparing you for the things that are, happening in the future. But you wouldn't be chosen for this if your calling wasn't higher than what you expected. So all of the things that are happening are preparing you for the things that you are meant to have.
But that's what gives me anxiety.
Yeah, I know.
I had the highest form of anxiety, and I want to get to that on a different episode. That I'm going to talk about anxiety. I want to find someone who has just as high as anxiety as me, so we can discuss that.
Yeah.
Because my anxiety comes from climbing up. So because I want more, I'm so, what's the word? Receptive. What is that?
Yeah,
word?
receptive. You're receptive.
I'm so receptive to being hurt. Because I want so much more.
You're literally like preparing yourself for that type of shit.
Like
it's preparation. All right, something's gotta give.
Someday I just wish I was that person who didn't want nothing out of life. You know how easy it is to not give a fuck about what you have and who you are and what you want to do in life and who you want to be. It's so easy to just say,
fuck it.
I'm here to live and I'm gonna die.
I mean, okay, so this is where my yogi comes in because
I hit it on the motherfucking
you
nose.
did. You hit it on. You did. You absolutely did.
I see the way this acts.
You absolutely did, because that is quote unquote that is the goal, right? But we are consciousness living a human experience, right? Your soul, your energy never dies. But what you're experiencing in the now is what you're meant to experience. But know that this shit right here is still temporary.
But I still feel like...
You still feel it because it's important, it's significant.
But even when I'm in it now, I feel like... Even when I know, this is just something I'm going through now. I still try to better myself even in that.
But you're supposed to.
But I might be overthinking it, too.
I know.
I have to stop overthinking it.
So you're trying to find a balance.
I'm trying to find, what is in this that I can come out on top of? What is happening in this that I can, instead of just letting it happen naturally. And then at the end, and that's it. Bingo. She hit it on the nose. And I won't surrender.
Well, that's the thing. That's your journey. So you're going to have to find a place where at some point, this is what happens. I'm going to put a bow on that. Life is going to give you so many different circumstances that cause so much resistance for you until you feel like you're ready to surrender, until you cannot take it anymore and you're like, I'm letting this shit go. So what it is that you want to make sure that you can just let yourself be, knowing that existing is enough, and knowing that you already have it in you. For manifestation, I'm just wrap it up right here. Manifestation, yoga, spirituality, all these type of things. This here in the 3D world, none of this shit is real, but it is real because we're experiencing it.
I feel like that shit opened me up, like the yoga and meditation and just like being in tune with myself. Really fucks me.
Yeah.
I wish I was one of the people that was not into. No, I'm not gonna.
No. Don't say that.
No. I take that back on 2,000%. I take that back. I do not wish them those people.
Yeah.
But the thought of the ease on their life.
But you can be. The thing is this. What is yours is no. Listen to me. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave it here. What is yours is always gonna be yours.
Don't tell me that, because I'm about to go out there act like a motherfucker.
What is yours?
I'm going to take everything.
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it again.
I'm trying to go take everything.
What is yours is always yours, and is always going to be yours. Whether it's 5, 10 years, 2 seconds, 2 minutes from now, it's yours. It doesn't matter what path you go on. It's just how long it takes you to get there, but it's yours. Claim it, and that's it.
Okay, I'm going to end this podcast on saying this. What's mine is mine, but if I do not work with the higher power,
that part.
If I don't work with him or her, whatever gender it is, I will not get there.
I understand.
I know so many people that praise the higher power and believe in the higher power and love the higher power to the utmost everything. And they struggle. And I always knew since young that it was because, this is my opinion, that it was because they were working. They were leaning on them opposed to working with them. And I'm trying to work with them. Well, I am working with them.
Yeah.
Whoever the higher power is.
Yep.
But I think I'm overworking double time.
Yeah. So this is where
and
you
that's
find
where,
your
bingo.
balance.
So what you're saying is that
yeah,
I gotta know that my existence is enough.
exactly.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, girl.
That's it.
She taught me something, and I hope she taught y'all something because we will be back.
We will.
This
I'll
is
be here
airing
again.
this Wednesday, my birthday.
Yeah! Wait, applause for that!
Woo! November 9th. This will be airing Pink Sheep Podcast. Again, I'm Bostoncora. My YouTube is Bostoncora. My Instagram is Bostoncora. Catch us on Apple Podcasts at Pink Sheep Podcast.
Yep.
And this is Asia, and she is an aerial yoga instructor as well as a bartender. And what is your Instagram for both?
My Instagram, my personal Instagram is abreathoffresh.aer, or you can find me at my business page, which is Flow.like.aer, spelled the same way. I hope you guys definitely tune in.
And you do sound bowl, bitch.
I do everything.
I want
in
to do
regards to
okay,
everything healing.
I do it at night at my house.
Okay.
Listen, my boyfriend.
I'm here for it.
My boyfriend, I be doing it. He be knocked out. If I do the sound bowl.
Yeah, because it's relaxing. So
no,
think
it's
about
beyond
it this way.
it. It clears my mind.
Before we even close out, I'm just gonna say really something real quick about sound bowls. So we are 80% water, right?
Yeah.
So think about how vibration change the
yes.
consistency of water. It's doing the same thing within you.
Yeah.
So
my brain is like,
yes.
It's like.
It sends you into a trance and
it.
you immediately relax.
Yes,
so yes,
okay.
I am a healing sound therapy specialist. I am a aerial yoga as well as a registered yoga instructor, and I am certified in meditation as well. Bam.
Give it up. Let's do it. That's amazing. So amazing that we've came back together. We're back together. And that's it.
That's
so
all.
you'll see her
That's
again.
it.
Thank you so much for tuning into the
My
Pink
pleasure.
Sheep Podcast. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Thank you.